How to Recover from Burnout, a step-by-step guide for high performers. Have you ever felt like you're running a race you didn't sign up for? Constantly out of breath, yet somehow stuck in place? Like you're trying so hard, but each day just ends up leaving you more exhausted than the last? It's not just you. What you might be feeling is burnout, a deeper, heavier kind of exhaustion that goes beyond simple tiredness. Burnout doesn't care how capable you are or how strong your work ethic is. It can sneak up on anyone, especially high performers who are used to constantly pushing their limit. I know what it's like because I've been there, feeling trapped in that constant loop of stress, with every day starting to feel like a repeat of the one before. But here's the good news. Burnout isn't a life sentence. You can recover, and with the right strategies, you can rediscover your energy, your focus, and most importantly, your joy. So let's get into a step-by-step guide that's all about reclaiming your mental and physical well-being. Let's get you back on track, not by doing more, but by doing what truly matters. Step 1. Recognize the signs of burnout. First things first, let's talk about recognizing burnout. It can be surprisingly easy to miss, especially if you're used to running on adrenaline. But if you find yourself exhausted even after a full night's sleep, feeling emotionally drained, irritable, or disconnected from the people and things you once loved, those are all red flags. Burnout isn't just about feeling tired. It's a state of complete mental, emotional, and physical depletion. And the sooner you can recognize it, the better. Don't brush it off with, "I'll feel better after the weekend," or "It's just a rough patch." Acknowledging these signs means you're taking the first crucial step towards recovery. Step 2, give yourself permission to rest. Let's be honest, rest sounds easy, but for high achievers, it can be the hardest step. When you're used to being on all the time, rest can feel like laziness, or worse, like you're falling behind. But here's the truth. Real rest isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. Giving yourself permission to rest means truly stepping away from what's draining you. It might look like setting boundaries, no emails after 6 p.m., or putting your phone on Do Not Disturb during family time. And yes, it will feel strange at first, but remember, this isn't about taking a break for the sake of it. This is about giving yourself the mental and physical space you need to recharge. And the more you practice this, the easier it becomes to genuinely rest without guilt. Step 3, identify what's draining you. Here's where we get into the nitty-gritty. Burnout doesn't just come out of nowhere. It's often the result of taking on too much or pushing yourself in too many directions. High achievers are notorious for packing their schedules to the brim: projects, meetings, personal obligations, and even side hustle. Take a few minutes to list every obligation on your plate. It may feel overwhelming to see it all at once, but this is a crucial step. Once you have everything in front of you, ask yourself, what's truly necessary? What can I delegate, delay, or drop altogether? Some things are adding stress without adding any real benefit, and it's okay to let those go. By narrowing your focus, you'll be better able to conserve your energy for what truly matters. Step 4, build self-care into your routine. Now, let's talk about self-care. A lot of people think of self-care as something optional, a luxury. But when it comes to burnout recovery, self-care isn't just nice, it's non-negotiable. Real self-care isn't just about a one-time spa day or treating yourself to a fancy coffee, though those are nice too. It's about building small, consistent habits that keep you healthy. Here are some basics to start with. Sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Try creating a bedtime routine that helps you wind down, like reading or listening to calm music. Hydration. Carry a water bottle throughout the day. Being even mildly dehydrated can affect your mood and energy level. Movement. Exercise doesn't have to be intense. A short walk, a few stretches, or even dancing to your favorite song can give you a quick boost. Nutrition. Choose foods that keep your energy steady, like whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats, rather than quick sugar or caffeine fixes. These might seem small, but building these habits into your daily life is like adding bricks to a wall that shields you from burnout. Step 5, set boundaries to protect your energy. One of the hardest things for high achievers is setting boundaries, but they're crucial for burnout recovery. When you're constantly saying yes to every request or working late into the night, you're inviting burnout in with open arms. Boundaries can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to being always available. But setting them is one of the best ways to protect your time and mental space. Think about areas in your life where you feel overextended. Are there emails that can wait until tomorrow? Calls that can be rescheduled? Tasks you can delegate? Start by setting small boundaries, like specific times when you're offline or unavailable. The more boundaries you set, the more energy and focus you'll regain. Step 6, rethink how you define success. For high achievers, burnout often comes down to our own definition of success. Many of us equate success with doing more, working harder, or achieving faster. But what if success wasn't about doing more, but about doing what really mattered? Try redefining success as something sustainable. Success doesn't mean pushing yourself to 110% every day. Sometimes Operating at 70% is enough. Think of success as a marathon, not a sprint. The slower, steady pace will keep you productive and help prevent burnout. Step 7. Reconnect with what brings you joy. Burnout can make even the things you once loved feel like a chore. But to truly recover, it's essential to reconnect with what makes you happy. Think back to things you used to enjoy. Is there a hobby you set aside, been putting off? This step is about rediscovering those small joys, even if it's just for a few minutes a day. It could be reading, painting, cooking, or spending time in nature. When you reconnect with joy, you're reigniting a part of yourself that burnout often dim. Step 8. Ask for help. Burnout can feel isolating, and high achievers often try to go through it alone. But reaching out for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a show of strength. Consider talking to someone, a friend, family member, or therapist, about what you're going through. Opening up and sharing your experience can be incredibly freeing. If work is a significant source of burnout, talk to your boss or HR about ways to adjust your workload. Step 9. Build a routine that keeps you balanced. Once you've started to recover, the goal is to maintain balance so you don't find yourself burned out again. Create a routine that prioritizes work, rest, hobbies, and self-care. Having a structured yet flexible routine is key. Start with something simple, like setting a specific time each day when you're done with work. Having this downtime built into your schedule helps maintain balance and gives you something to look forward to each day. Step 10. Check in with yourself regularly. Burnout recovery is an ongoing journey. Regular self-check-ins are essential for keeping burnout at bay. Make it a habit to ask yourself questions like, how am I feeling? Am I still balanced, or am I slipping into old patterns? Do I need to make any adjustments to my routine? This self-reflection is vital because it helps you catch burnout before it starts to build up again. Conclusion. Burnout can be a tough opponent, but it doesn't have to be the end of the line. Remember, recovery isn't about doing more. It's about focusing on what truly matters and finding a pace you can maintain. You're not just fighting burnout, you're creating a sustainable path forward, one where you can thrive without sacrificing your well-being. So, high achievers, remember, stay balanced, stay focused, and most importantly, take care of yourself. You're worth it. Be sure to watch the next video, How Workaholism Leads to Burnout. You won't want to miss it.